Happy Friday, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Tonight we have Jim and Debs from Mackintosh Gin. We have known these guys since before they even launched their gin. They were kind enough to get in touch with us, and we met them for coffee. Pre-launch, and we've kept in touch and kept close with them ever since. So honoured to have them join us tonight. And I think on that note, we'll bring them in. They should be there, ready and waiting. Hello, guys.
Hi.
Hello.
How's things?
They're good.
Yeah, good.
All things considered, I suppose, in lockdown.
Yeah, it's keeping us on our toes.
Yeah, same here. Same here, absolutely. So what are you guys drinking tonight? I know you've got a few gins now in your own range to choose from. So what have you gone for?
Well, Old Negroni. Can't go wrong with a Negroni.
Cheers, yeah, agreed.
And a martini because I don't like.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Great to have you. Thanks for joining us tonight. It's lovely to see you.
I'm drinking your Old Tom I've actually went with Cushy Doos tonight.
Oh, nice.
The tonic.
What do you think of it?
It's really good, yeah, it's really nice. It's got a nice sweet citrus note to it. I like the wee bit of grapefruit and pineapple. It's not too sweet. It's still a gin at heart, but yeah, it's just really nice and balanced as well. So no, it's fantastic.
Yeah, good job.
Oh,
Thank you.
So obviously we'll mention as well, you guys are in rural Angus. So, if the internet is a bit slower, if there's, we've had technical gremlins with other things, but we'll just plod on through it anyway, will we?
Yeah, you guys are in the middle of nowhere, and we're in the middle of nowhere, so it maybe doesn't bode for the smoothest video, but we can see you, we can hear you, so that's the main thing. So tell us, are Clan Mackintosh all together for lockdown?
No, we've got 2 of the 3 daughters here. The third one we are utilising in the northwest of England. You might have seen it on our lives on a Saturday where we give her some encouragement from afar. And she's obviously there with her boyfriend, and Charlie's partner is in Edinburgh where he's working.
Fantastic, okay, yeah.
But you say lockdown. I know you say lockdown, but it's only us that's in lockdown. Debs escapes every day because she's off of out doing whatever she's doing.
Yeah.
Doing a very important job, a very, very stressful job.
Do you know what? It's stressful, but I love every single second of it, so I'm very honoured, very privileged.
Brilliant. Yeah. Are you able to say a little bit about what you do, or is it?
Yeah, I'm a student mental health nurse, so as a second year student mental health nurse, we were given the option to opt in to support the NHS during the coronavirus crisis. So yeah, I go to work every day on a ward, and just muck in, just crack on with what needs to be getting done.
Well, hats off to you, brilliant work. I know that must be tough going. So, good job. So you guys, you touched on, your daughters there, and we've all seen the pictures of the 5 of you and more. Like you say, your daughters' partners and so on. What do each of you bring to the Mackintosh Gin business?
I think it's fair to say that I bring the organisation. What do you bring?
I bring the chaos.
The chaos, all right, okay.
Yeah,
Oh.
I think I'm the person that, I started off with liking the gin and stuff, so it's probably my palate that leans more to what I like. But, he's got lots of ideas, and sometimes I just need to make sure that he's crawling before he's walking, before he's running.
Okay. So you were the gin drinker then, Debs, before you launched your own gin. You tended to like the gin or drink the gin more so.
Yeah, it was a hobby gone wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, hobby gone wrong. Or right, whatever way you want to look at it.
But that's great. That's how it should. A gin business should start. Is you should be a lover of gin. So that absolutely makes sense. So when it came to actually developing your gin recipe, how did you do that?
Apart from drinking lots of other people's gin, which was a terrible hard job and it was a struggle to get through, we then looked at what it was that we wanted in a gin, particularly because he likes a Negroni and I like a Martini, and never the twain shall meet in my mouth. So it was kind of, how do we get a balance? So I think we started off with cold compounding.
Yeah, cold compounding. We took the ingredients that we liked in other gins, and then we cold compounded and tried different variations. So we did bitter orange, sweet orange, kaffir lime leaf, different lime peels and such, until we kind of got what we wanted. We had the recipe that we had, but something wasn't quite right with it. And that's when we engaged with Lewis from Distillery in Arbroath. He had a try of our recipe, and instantly he was like, look, you've got too much Angelica in it. And so we kind of did a bit of trial and development with Distilleries, and then we came up with what we have. So, yeah, it's good.
Brilliant. Right. I feel like I cut you off earlier. You were going to tell me what the other guys did in... you said you were the organiser in the chaos, but we left out the gals. What were you going to touch on? What those guys bring to the business? They'll be telling me off, or they'll be saying you didn't give us a shout out. So if you want to backtrack there slightly, sorry.
Yeah.
Stephanie is probably the one that we feel out for a lot of events. So yeah, she's been to Ginapalooza. She did the Tonic show with me, and we supportively encourage her every Saturday, as I've already mentioned.
Yeah, I think with all three of them, we're quite lucky because they're young and engaged in social media.
Yeah,
they're constantly coming back to us and saying, "Oh, so and so's messaged and asked, are we stocked in here, or could we be stocked there?" And there are people that would otherwise, probably not engage with us. So we're thankful we've got that young kind of audience because of the girls. So yeah, they're invaluable on social media for us.
Brilliant. Yeah, no, you guys are really good at keeping on top of social, and we know it's no mean feat. So hats off to you. I'll let Martin ask a question because I'm railroading again. So
not like you taking over. Obviously, last year you guys attended. Well, you did, Jim. I think Debs was in the middle of studying the Scottish Gin Awards. So obviously, how did it feel when Mackintosh Gin was announced as one of the winners?
Absolutely gobsmacked. It took me a while for it to sink in, especially that category.
Yeah.
I think there was something like 60 odd entrants, whittled down to 40 odd finalists. And as they started kind of numbering down from 10 down the way in kind of 9, 8, 7, 6, when I got to 5, and some of the brands that I thought would have been there or should have been there weren't, I thought, well, there's no chance that we're here. And then second place silver, Mackintosh Gin, it was just wow. But yeah, such an amazing feeling. It was good for us as well because it gave us that credibility that we have a viable kind of brand here. But how did you feel?
I think because I got the message through that we'd won silver, because I was on placement, so there was no way I could come along and drink and party, which is about how this has gone for me for the last wee while. He's drinking and partying. I was just astounded because I firmly believed in the product. I know it's a good gin, but when you get that feedback from other people, it's a good gin. It's kind of like, oh, wow, it really is, because it's not just it's like our gin baby. And sharing that to the world. If somebody said to you your baby's ugly, it's not a really good thing. But when they say your baby's lovely, then you're kind of quite happy with it. So it's amazing.
Yeah. No, a big achievement. And I know, like you say, I think it's almost like there's two elements to it, because as you say, the panel who have judged it, they know what they're doing. Like, they're industry experts. They've come from distilleries all over the UK, and they're so that's
blind tested, tasted as well.
Yeah, that's it. So you have that. It's kind of like that. It's been judged by them, but then you can use that. you can put it on your bottle or you can put it on your website or whatever. And I guess that helps open a few new doors, you know, to be able to say that you've won silver.
And I actually had a sneaky suspicion that Jim was very pleased with it when we were still at the bar at 3:30 in the morning. So
I think you were officially last man standing, weren't you, Jim, on that night?
Well,
Yes, you all
well, no, not maybe not last man standing. I don't know if I should name any kind of companies, but our bottle supplier were looking after us that night, and we were politely asked to leave at 6:30 because I had to stay up for breakfast.
Oh wow! I didn't realise it was that late.
Yeah, but what we'll do, and we're all going to do it next year. We're all going to take the next day off, and we'll all stay up drinking all night.
Brilliant.
I'll probably be on placement.
Oh, fingers crossed you can make it. It's always a fantastic night. So obviously that would be a natural standout moment for you guys, huge achievement, and that I guess been within less than a year of having launched your product. But what are some of the other standout moments from the last 18 months or so you've been on the go now?
I think for me, because at first I was very quiet, because I didn't know how it was going to work with the career that I've chosen to do along with doing this as well. But for me, I think one of the biggest highlights was doing the recent Gin to My Tonic show when I was working all week. I got up at 5 o'clock in the morning, made sure the van was loaded, drove to Fife, worked a shift, drove to Glasgow, worked all day on a Friday, and got set up. Stephanie had driven up from England, and it was kind of like, okay, this is fine. I stood there and went, oh my God, we're launching 2 new gins. Oh my, what am I doing? This is silly, because Jim was away with work. And to have the silver in October was great, but to launch the 2 new gins and have the feedback that we had on that weekend, and you know, the engagement that we have from the gin community, both producers and those who are ginfluencers and, you know, the bloggers, it was kind of awesome. Yeah. I think I did give you a little bit, Natalie, and you said, I'm going to give it to Martin. And I kind of felt sorry for you, Martin, because it was literally a tiny little bit got past the cross. But that was my highlight.
Yeah. I mean, for me, Alex, certainly doing the collaboration with the Balmoral for International Scottish Gin Day, that was huge for us. We're huge fans of the Balmoral, so to have our gin on the bar, it was just amazing. And then a couple of local bars that we drinking. Yeah. Exactly. So we drink in 71 Tap Room, and we're drinking a bar called Bird and Bear, and they're like our go-to bars in Dundee. So when we launched the gin, and those guys tried it, liked it, and stocked it, for me personally, that was a big moment. So yeah.
I forgot about the Balmoral. Actually, you weren't there again either.
No, I was not.
But we were.
You never seem to be in one place together. You are right now. Allegedly, we could, you know, unless it's split screens we're seeing. No, it's obviously you guys have got day jobs, as you quite rightly said there. So I mean, that's it's amazing you managed to do what you do and still, you know, produce these fantastic gins. So no, fantastic. And no, International Scottish Gin Day, that was a cracking idea and execution, and the menu was just amazing. I think between the two of us, we sampled everything that was on the menu.
About 3 times.
Responsibly, of course.
Yeah, but no, that was fantastic. You guys engaged and made the effort and pulled that all together yourself. So, you know, hats off to you for doing that. It was fantastic. And
something genuinely original, definitely.
Yeah, it was good, was it?
Yeah.
I mean, in terms of the menu, we were very lucky. Giovanni, who's the bar manager at Prince Bar, he put the menu together for us. I did make an effort afterwards, because I missed the actual event. I made an effort to recreate the cocktail menu at home, so
of course.
that was nice. Had to be done.
Yeah, that was the experience.
No, we've got a few of our gin friends tuned in, and Jenny, you know, Jenny McLaren, she's on saying, yeah, I was there. We sat with her, enjoyed a couple of those drinks. So
Jenny's part of the team. Need to get out there.
Yes, Jenny. Did she volunteer? I think she volunteered to be our brand ambassador down south.
And I think she's working Ginapalooza for us, so yeah.
She did say free, didn't she?
Yeah.
She did say free, Jenny. You said free, didn't you?
It's on video now.
Yeah.
And obviously, since you launched the brand, you guys have made a real effort in the sort of wider gin community to get to know gin bloggers, gin communicators, people that write about gin, people that photograph gin. You've really, I think you guys just get the value in surrounding yourself with good people and, getting to know people in the gin community. So, what does it mean to sort of have the support of your sort of gin pals and other peers in the sort of gin community?
I think it's probably why we use the hashtag Gin Pals. It was something that, I don't know, as you said at the beginning of this interview, we at sort of the beginning of the journey, and it was, it's a really friendly community. So why not be friends with everyone? So that was kind of the basis of the Gin Pals. Without Gin Pals, then who's going to buy the product? Who's even going to be interested? It's really important that we engage with everybody, which is why whenever we send out a bottle, somebody buys it, there's a handwritten note in there, because if you're going to part with your hard-earned cash, it's important that you get a piece of it. It's our brand, we love it, but we love the support that we get back. So it's just that kind of thing that goes for us. So having that part of the community is really kind of, I think it's the basis of the ethos of our brand. And it kind of expands then into the gin brands. So, we've had an awful lot of support from gin brands. Certainly, Steph and I were very much looked after by other guys at my Tonic show, such as Loxley and Cuckoo Gin. Were, always checking to make sure we were all right, offering us support. Raven, it was kind of just checking on us. With Stuart from Bigger dropped by. Lots of people. If I start naming them all, will be here till 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. So it's it's a very important thing for us as a brand to have that Gin Pal community.
Yeah, certainly for me, it's how we started the brand. We were at a gin festival ourselves, and it was that whole kind of atmosphere and engaging with brands that we kind of thought, actually, we'd like to be doing this ourselves. So our kind of aim is to just make a massive tribe of gin fans and put them all together and gin pals. And so kind of wherever people are, they can connect with other gin pals. And yeah, it's what it's all about for us.
Fantastic. And I guess the thing is, at the end of the day, that's what a good gin and a good business and a good brand should be. It should be about friendship and it should be about a good product. But yeah, I think you guys just really get it, and you've made such an effort to get to know everyone. So yeah, definitely hats off to you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
And I know on that note, you've obviously, as you say, parted with a few of your new gins of late. That's still quite, although you had the pre-launch, you've just in the last couple of weeks sent out the actual bottles. How has the launch gone? And can you tell us a little bit more about those two expressions you've got?
Mental.
I don't know why he's answering this question. He wasn't here.
Oh.
I was in the Netherlands doing social media.
And I was the person that got everybody's deliveries out, all the pre-sales and everything else, and the orders came through. We kind of picked this time because I would be finished my placement and he should be home, and then Corona hit and everything went out the window. Yeah. So it literally was. If people could have seen my house over that point in time, they might have thought that we had actually indeed lost the plot and maybe bitten off more we could chew. It literally came of Marner there, Old Tom there, London Dry there, don't touch, that goes in that box. And it was like almost like a military precision type attack to get everything out on time. Late, making sure, again, the handwritten notes were done. So yeah, it was really, well received in the pre-sale. And then when it came to the launch, people were like, oh yeah, I'll have one. Oh, I'll have one. I'll have one. James, you didn't do anything. social media.
I did the social media. So we kind of teased. We weren't too sure if another expression would have been welcomed or wanted. So we kind of teased over a few months. But then we instantly received emails, and we're getting emails every kind of couple of days. When's the Old Tom ready? When's the Navy Strength ready? Where can I get them from? So we thought, well, there must be something in this. So we come up with the decision to do the pre-launch, and the idea being that if we've got a handful of people to maybe pre-order, and we then sent them out at the same time, we get that buzz on social media. But we're blown away. We took way more orders than we expected, and it just.
We had an awful lot of support again from the Gin Pal community on social media. When they all received theirs, and it was kind of like when people weren't receiving theirs, I was like, oh no, Royal Mail, oh no. Like every time there was a post come up, if somebody said we haven't received ours, I literally did feel my stomach drop into my boots. And thinking, oh, please, I've dropped one, please, I've lost one. But it kind of went really, really well. We're so pleased with it. Yeah. And the feedback's fantastic.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, I know. I've seen that. I think it goes to show the impact that you guys have made, and in that the turnaround for some of the reviews it's been so quick. Sometimes how it goes. It's like a new gin comes out, and maybe it takes a few weeks or months even to see some reviews. But I've seen a few already, so you must be pleased with that.
Yeah, absolutely blown away. It's just. Yeah, I don't know what to say. It's just
been fantastic.
Yeah, it's been amazing.
I personally love the fact that you have done a Navy Strength and an Old Tom as well, because I don't know, I may be old schooler, maybe I'm just a bit of an old boring fart, but I always think it's almost like sometimes you just need to nail that London Dry, get that classic gin flavour profile, and sort of build your reputation and brand from there. And that's nothing against anybody who goes out and launches gins. If you're going to launch a gin brand, do it your own way. But I do really think that you've got. I'm looking at your products right now on the screen. They just look all fantastic as a family of gins. So yeah, hats off once again to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheers. Thank you.
And so, if people are, have your gins or are planning on ordering your gins, how should we serve them? Each of them.
So. The London Dry creates arguments in this house between us, between the girls, between the boys. And so what we say is, with the London Dry, drink it how you like it. If it's a gin and tonic, have the tonic that you prefer, have the garnish you prefer. It works well with a citrus garnish because of all the citrus fruits. The Old Tom, you're quite keen on this, aren't you?
No, it's a Navy. It's a Marinal Lilac. The Old Tom was a bit of a strange one for us because people kept asking, what flavour of gin do you do? And I kept saying gin flavour gin. And asked, what liqueur are you doing? And I struggle with liqueurs because it's difficult to drink responsibly with them. Hands up, I've made a few mistakes on weekends myself. And I kind of, I didn't really want to go down the liqueur route, so it was kind of come up with Old Tom. And people kept saying they like lemonade. And our middle daughter, as Stephanie says every week, she's not the favourite, by the way. I want that to be put out there. The middle child is my favourite one.
Yeah.
The cats are the favourite.
Two cats,
and they're the favourites. We kind of wanted to create the Old Tom and trying to get the balance right between a gin with the sweetness and a fruit flavour in there to really work well with what was the London Dry recipe. It was kind of difficult, I think, so we're really quite pleased. The Old Tom can go on lots of different cocktails, but it goes really nicely with lemonade, and that was
it's
my key aim for that
beautiful crushed iced lemonade, a bit of pineapple. It's like summer in a glass.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we have the Marinal Strength. Of course, it goes well in a Negroni.
And a martini.
And a Negroni.
And a martini.
I love it. Brilliant. So it's probably an obvious question, but just I think it's important to cover it anyway. Where can people get their hands on some?
www.mackintoshgin.com. first of all.
Yeah, but all 3 expressions are available on our website. We've always got a discount code going, which is MAC10's always available, but we often do different discount codes. Just hit us up. We are available on the online retailers such as Master of Malt, Gin Kiosk, Craft 56, Crafty Connoisseur. We're available in lots of independents, and if we're not an independent, our distributor is Huffman's that can supply it.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have any independent shops in Edinburgh that stock us.
No one in Edinburgh stocks us. So if you're an Edinburgh viewer and you want a gin, you either have to knock on the door of your local independent or come to our website.
Yeah, I think that right now with the coronavirus, it's important to say that the London Dry is the only one that's available on other retailers apart from us. So the Mariner and the Old Forms only available directly from us just now. But again, lockdowns kind of shrunk that a little bit for us.
Yeah, no, that's
we will be coming out.
That's understandable. I mean, it's changed. It's just turned, as you said earlier, you know, it's turned everything upside down for everyone. So you'll get there when obviously, when hopefully bars and restaurants and retail, you know, off trade are back to normal business. Yeah.
And obviously, I mean, we'll just finish on one final thing. I mean, obviously, myself and Natalie went and met you guys before you launched your gin, and you know, we were fairly new as well. You know, the gin cooperative, I think, was only a couple of months old, and you know, we were always a bit dubious about going and meeting other people, just because some people get into the gin world just because they see it as a quick way of making a quick buck, you know. And it was like when we went and met you guys, right away, we just knew that you were doing this for all the right reasons. You were doing it, you know, sitting talking to Debs for an hour about nothing but gin, and it was so obvious that you guys were doing this because you're passionate about it and you wanted to build a brand, you wanted to make fantastic products, and you wanted to build a business that you can get your family involved in as well, you know. So for us personally, to see where you've came in the last 18 months from that sort of initial meeting, and even talking to Jim on Twitter, a couple of messages here and there before you'd even announced you were making a gin, you know, I think you guys should be really proud of what you've achieved in a relatively short period of time. And you know, obviously, it's fantastic to see your new products as well. So yeah, keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, guys. Cheers. Thank you.
Cheers. Not at all.
Cheers.
We've all made a good dent in our gin, so I think that's a good sign.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But thanks very much for taking the time to have a chat tonight, guys. And obviously, we'll hopefully see you at some point. We'll maybe get that barbecue, Jim. You never know.
Absolutely, mate. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no pressure.
Yeah. But for now, anyway, you guys all take care and pass the regards to all the family as well. Okay.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us. That was great.
Thanks, guys.
We'll talk to you soon. Okay. All the best.
Bye. Great. Thanks to Jim and Debs for that. That was a good turnout. Lots of commenting as well. All their gin pals, as we expected. So that was really good. And hopefully you'll get the chance to try one, if not all of their gins at some point.
Well, like we said, they're available exclusively through their website right now, the Old Tom and Navy Strength. So if you're liking the sound of those, go and order a bottle. That's us for another round of Scottish Gin. Mm-hmm. So we're back on Monday with Craig Innes from Pixel Spirits. Wednesday we've got Em and Paul from the Gin to My Tonic show, and Friday we've got Louis from Highland Liquor Company. So hopefully you'll be able to join us at some point for a chat and just to see what we're up to. Obviously this video will be available on Facebook Live and it will be available on YouTube as well. So thank you very much for tuning in. I hope you're all keeping safe and well, and we'll see you soon. Cheers.
See you next time. Bye.